I was stupid. I was stupid. I was... Hello everyone, it's Mr. Troll delivering an update. So today I wanna talk about the Whatever podcast. If you are living under a rock and have no idea what this is, it's basically like the Fresh and Fit podcast. It's basically two dudes inviting usually some of the most degenerate women imaginable onto a quote-unquote dating podcast, and then scolding said women for being degenerate. And the thing is, I watch this podcast every now and then. Alright, I know what you're thinking, but why on earth would you be watching something so degenerate? Well, I do it for scientific reasons, okay? Allow me to get more personal here. You see, you might think I am nothing but a loser who rants about internet drama while showcasing subpar Minecraft gameplay in the background. But the truth is, I am so much more than that. On my second channel I talk about self-development, mental health, dating, and a lot of other things my generation is struggling with. The link to that channel is in the description if you want to check it out. But anyways, I truly want to save my generation, you know? And one day I want to make my own dating podcast. Not because it's cool to have a bunch of hot women sitting around you on a podcast or anything, but because those other podcasts really piss me off. And it's not because of all the degenerate women, but because of the hosts just doing a really poor job. For example, we have this video where one of those women is supposedly meant to be quote-unquote owned by the host.
How are you a Christian, bro? You know perverse speech is actually a sin?
50 mouth. Never lecture me about anything, ever. Never, ever.
Wow, that really shows your character. I'm so glad this is on camera, bro. Because all you Christians out there, this is someone who claims to be a Christian right here. That's crazy.
No thanks. Not today.
I love this.
Shouldn't you be celebrating that she has turned away from her sin and joined Christianity?
I believe her. She's not a Christian. She denies the divinity of Christ. She did.
I never said that.
Who are you to say she's not a Christian? That's between her and God.
If you deny the divinity of Christ, you are not a Christian. Simple as.
What's funny is that's coming out of your mouth, not mine.
Yeah, good. I'm glad it is.
I'm sorry, but I did not see how the woman got owned. Perhaps I might have missed it. But do you really think this woman will become a good person after leaving the show? No, she will continue engaging in the same degenerate behavior as she was before entering the show. And that's because the hosts do a really poor job in my opinion. Especially Brian. He is the host, and he has so much power. He could be that proper father figure that those women desperately need, but instead he just allows them to do whatever they want. Oh, you have an OF? Cool, what about you? Oh, you brag about cheating on your boyfriend because he treats you nicely but he's not 6 feet tall? Cool, nothing wrong with that. What about you? Like, Brian is so passive, he is so nonchalant about all of this, and for several months, this has really annoyed me, and I wanted to start my own dating podcast where I would actually be that proper father figure and the women I would invite would actually walk out being better people, you know? Because I was like, come on, Brian can do so much better than this. But then I saw this video made by Anti.prophet titled Red Pill Bras Are Lying to You.
Take a quick look at this video.
So both of you do OnlyFans. How much do you make, Nicolette?
I make a lot.
How much per month?
I think it's like kind of tacky to say like exactly how much money you make.
I mean, it's tacky to be on OnlyFans in the first place, but...
Shots fired.
I mean, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. That's like bad vibes right there. I'm like, oh my god.
So what happens with shows like this is that the hosts get paid by the women in order to appear on the podcast. Now, during that podcast, the guy actively shames them throughout the duration of like the 3 or 4 hour conversation. But even though it looks like they're shaming them, this is when those girls get the biggest boosts to their OnlyFans membership. Like they literally spend hours and hours talking about the sanctity of marriage and say, oh, this whore is shaking her ass, what a slut, while literally making money from the interaction. There are literally no good guys in this scenario. scenario. These guys are grifters and they are pretending to have ideological stances for family values when in reality the only thing they care about is making money from the girls, and all the girls care about is making sure that the angry young men pay them more money.
So apparently, Brian can indeed do better, but he chooses not to because he is a disgusting grifter. And I feel so stupid now. I thought like you had to pay women if you wanted them to appear on your podcast or something. But no, they are paying him because apparently the viewer donations are not enough. Also, now I understand the purpose of those podcasts is not to teach those women to be a better person, but rather to sponsor their OF, which is so disgusting and it makes me hugely disappointed. However, I need to ask you a serious question. If I were to start my own dating podcast, where I would actually try to make those women become better people, by slowly showing them the path of Jesus and all that, so that we can restore our hope in humanity, would you actually care enough to watch that podcast? And would you go as far as make your viewer donations to me? Or would you only watch those degenerate podcasts that serve as nothing but OF sponsorships? Because if you would watch me, then I want you to help me out so that those dreams can come true. No, I am not gonna beg you for money. I'm not gonna do some crazy fundraiser for this. At least not today and not now. But what I want you to do, and maybe I'm already asking for too much, but if you're able, just subscribe to that second channel, which is primarily aimed to make this world a better place. Go watch the videos over there so that you can boost that channel's relevance. And then also watch this channel and subscribe in case you're more interested in internet drama, because that's what Mr. Troll does over here.